see part of the battle plan, or we can tell the Harkonnen to maybe not calling treachery. We will have to figure something out for that card. It should be one that can easily turn the tide of the game, but I'm not quite sure what the best way to use it is at this point. Next card. Now, we can't bid on any of the cards anymore. Luckily, the Emperor won it for only 2 spice. And they now have 2 cards total. They still have 17 spice. Let's see if they bid here. Yep. I wonder if the Mentat... Yeah, the Mentat, I guess... Yeah, you don't have to share what cards you have with your ally. We do know they have a Frisk knife, though. Let's continue. So, as the Fremen, we can always revive 3 forces for free. Every additional force beyond that will cost. The Emperor will pay for up to 3 forces. I think that we should take advantage of that. Look at this. Look at this. Bene Gesserit, flip to fighters in Sietch Tabor. Bene Gesserit, flip to fighters in Habiana Sietch. Bene Gesserit is going for the win on turn 2. I don't think I explained this, but the standard, the regular, normal victory conditions are if at the end of the turn during the Mentat phase, any single faction controls 3 or more strongholds, that faction wins the game. If you're in an alliance, this number increases to 4. So for me and the Emperor to win, we would need to control 4 strongholds. They are allied with the guild in this case, and the guild owns a stronghold themselves. So if Bene Gesserit manages to win both Habiana Sietch and Sietch Tabor at the end of this turn, or by the end of this turn, then they will have won the game with the guild. Let's try to stop that. We will definitely revive as many forces as possible. Should we ask Bene Gesserit if will you ship, or maybe should we ask the guild, will you ship or move to Arakim? Would that be a good idea? I don't think it would, because I don't know if the Emperor would also receive the answer, and what the benefit that I could see this question having is the Emperor knowing how many forces they need to ship to Arrakeen in order to claim. But yeah, I don't think that's worth it just because the Emperor is an NPC. Saying that though, I'm about to get beat by 2 NPCs, so just because they're an NPC doesn't mean they can't play. It was actually the Emperor and the Guild that created this power vacuum in the great cities. So my ally actually helped this Bene Gesserit Spacing Guild alliance to be in a position to claim victory during turn 2. Very interesting game so far. I still only have 1 spice.
Frigate has arrived.
They ship to Sietch Tabor. And do not move. Okay. I don't think that they are going to be able to maintain control of both of the Sietches, but I just don't know. So we cannot travel to... we can travel to the Great Flat. Here's what we have to do. I think this is what we should try to do. Let's spawn on the broken land as many units as possible, which is 5 apparently. I thought I had revived 6. I did not perform a revival. Did I forget to hit the button again? Well, what's done is done. We have to play by the rules. We will move 4 forces to Carthage. Hopefully the Emperor understands the situation as well.
Frigate has arrived.
Bene Gesserit don't accompany shipment. They could have had an extra free.
Frigate has arrived.
Unit, but I guess they think they can win with 3. And they pass on accompanying the Emperor to Arrakeen as well. Interesting tactics, for sure. What does Atreides do?
Frigate has arrived.
They reinforce Habiana Sietch. Okay. Oh, I missed this. Bene Gesserit actually flipped to advisors in Carthage. Okay, so now the Emperor and I control the great cities. Harkonnen and Atreides are battling the Bene Gesserit in the Sieches, and the Spacing Guild is hanging out in Tuek Siege. Battle phase is beginning. It should just be the other two alliances against each other. The Emperor and I can relax and watch the show. Bene Gesserit are the aggressors. They choose to battle in Sietch Tabr, the rightful Fremen Sietch. Looks like Bene Gesserit are going to assassinate the Atreides leader. No, neither of them used any cards. I guess the Bene Gesserit just wanted to scare Harkonnen a bit. It looks like the Bene Gesserit will actually win the battle for Sietch Tabr. But they only have... They don't have any forces remaining on Sietch Tabr now. That's great. What will the result be in Habiana Sietch? Again, denying the use of projectile defense. And again, not using any projectile offense. And the Bene Gesserit win again. But again, lose all of their forces. This map has really opened up this battle phase. I mean, it has just completely opened up. Look at this map. This is the entirety of the forces on Arrakis. We have 10 Fremen forces, 3 of which are Feydakin. We have 3 Emperor forces in Arrakin, and 5 Guild forces in Tuek. We also have a couple of Bene Gesserit advisors with the Fremen in Carthage. We have a couple of spice locations in the Broken Land and the Wind Pass North. I mean, what is going to happen during turn 3? I wonder what the Emperor is thinking. We have a good chance of trying to end this game just as it is beginning. Does anyone use family atomics or weather control? No. Storm destroys a bit of spice in the Habiana Erg. Let's move on. Habiana Ridge Flat, 10 spice, as well as 6 spice in Shihaya Ridge. The Emperor might go for that. I would advise against it, as I think victory points are the more important goal at this point. We have 6 spice, the Emperor has 12, 18 total. we should try to use as much of it as possible this turn to win. Can we win during turn 3? It all depends on the shipping phase and the battle phase. In the meantime, here's the bidding phase. Spacing Guild with the high bets. And they win the card. What I'm actually going to do at this point is use my Truth Trance. And I am going to ask the Spacing Guild. I'm not... Should I ask them if they will ship to isch? Because I'm not quite sure what the Spacing Guild's rules for force placement or movement are, for that matter. I wonder if it would be a waste of a Truth Trance. The reason I want to use Truth Trance, however, is so that I can participate in the subsequent bidding. But I don't know if it would be worth... I don't think so. And my reasoning is because I have projectile defense, I can then ask during a battle if my opponent will use a poison weapon. If they say no, then I know that I will be safe from assassination through either poison weapon, which they will not use, or projectile weapon, which I can block. It would not save me against the las gun, but if they use a las gun, then, well, everything explodes and they do not win either. So, in that case, I could use a high-valued leader like Stilgar, and if they did say that they were going to use a poison weapon, I can use a low-value leader like Shamis. So I will not use Truth Trance just yet. I do need to make sure to use this Treachery card at some point. The Karama card, excuse me. Card 2 of 5, Harkonnen, Emperor, Guild. Emperor. Okay. I still don't think it would be the best idea to throw away these cards just for the chance of bidding at another. Because who knows, the next one might be a Jubba Cloak, or whatever it's called. Jubba Cloak. A worthless card. Atreides is racking up the cards now. Let's do the next one. I wonder how much spice everyone has. Atreides has 7, Bene Gesserit has 3. The guild has 10. Harkonnen only has 2. Bene Gesserit won that one. Revival. Let's make sure that we revive people this time Fremen revive 6 forces. Okay, for 6 spice. Emperor only revived 1 Sardaukar. Sardaukar. Why didn't they revive more? Bene Gesserit flipped to fighters in Carthage. Okay. Okay, here. This is where the game will be decided. There is a good chance that either... No, there's not a good chance because... it's dependent on the Emperor. Well, if I ship to Habiana Siech and move this unit to Siech Tabor, but then I would have to defend with just 1 unit. I need the Emperor. I need to talk with the Emperor. I need to discuss our plan.
Frigate has arrived.
Wow, Bene Gesserit. Oh, I cannot ship to Habiana Siech. I cannot. But what I can do is ship to Siech Tabor and move into Tuex Siech. That would be risky. It would be very risky. Because I could lose all 3. I could lose at all 3 locations. But we are going to do it for the entertainment factor. Habiana Siech is wide open.
Frigate has arrived.
Emperor, you need to defend Arakin. No, you do not need to defend Arakin. Emperor, what are you going to do? You pass shipment? Are you serious? What are you doing? Guild is going to reinforce in 2x Siege. Oh, Atreides still has a turn. What are they doing here? What is... Are they gonna move? Are Atreides going to move? No. Alright, Emperor.
Has arrived.
Guild ships 5 forces. No, to Siech Tabor. Wow. I was not expecting that. I was expecting a reinforcement in 2x Siege. Let's battle. Bene Gesserit are the aggressors in Carthage. All right. We are going to stop. We are going to... I was going to stop Bene Gesserit using the voice. Can we still do that? Can we use projectile defense now? Bene Gesserit have 3 unknown treachery cards. I would like to use projectile defense along with Stilgar and 3 units. That would make 10 total versus Bene Gesserit's maximum of 4 plus 5 is 9. Hopefully they do not use poison weapon. They do not. Their projectile weapon is cancelled by my projectile defense. And we have successfully defended Carthag. How about that? I believe that is our first battle victory in this game. Our initial strategy of controlling the spice did not lead to much fighting at all, I believe. I've only been in 1, maybe 2 battles this entire game. One was in isch for sure, and I lost that one along with Chani. I think that was our first victory, and it is a decisive one. Unfortunately, what this means is that we will not be able to use Stilgar for either of these battles, but Carthag is a slightly more important territory to hold, in my opinion, because of both the harvesters and the ornithopters. I am the aggressor now. Where do we want to fight first? I think we want to fight first in isch. I may not use poison defense. That is fine. We are going to go for a mutually assured destruction here. The chances of us winning this battle are not high. 8. Let's see, 8, and they have a maximum of 5 plus 5 is 10. But if they do use Staban, then I will not be able to use him in the isch. So let's actually just use 5. 5 forces and Jamis for the possibility of us narrowly winning this battle, and while keeping our options open for the other one. He poisons Jamis and we lose the battle. All fine. He actually used, he used 5 spice for that battle and lost all of their units in isch. Mutually assured destruction. Now this battle will be slightly more important. Not as important as Carthage. But important nevertheless. They still have Staban Tuek available for Tuek siege. Plus 5 forces is 10. Oh, this is not going to go well. Because they are going to reuse poison weapon. Killing Shadout Mapis. Killing Mapis. Which would leave us with a strength of only 8. They could use 4 forces plus Staban Tuek and win the battle with 1 force remaining. One moment, though. Just one moment. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? If I had used less troops, I would have won. I mean, I still win, but I lose all of my forces. No, I'm sorry, I would not have won. Because if I had used 1 less troop, I would have had a total of 7 versus his 8. Never mind. I should not have doubted mutually assured destruction. I only have 1 leader remaining, though. This is quite a situation we have here. This is a very fragile, very delicate balance of power. There are only 3 occupied territories, 2 of which are important. Oh, 4. There's 4 occupied territories. Did not see these Harkonnen here in Shihaya Ridge. Well, it's safe to say no one will be winning on turn 3, however. Atreides are defending against Emperor. Aggression. Let's see what are you doing? Emperor, please. Do you call this tactics? What even was the point of that? And why does Atreides get to use the Kwisatz Haderach? Well, here's a situation at the end of turn 3. We have 2 occupied strongholds. Carthage and Arakin by the Fremen and the Atreides, respectively, both with a single unit. And then we have a total of 3 other units, not including the Bene Gesserit. And each of those 3 are collecting spice. We have 14 spice. The Emperor has 15. Wow. All this spice is going to be destroyed. Wonderful. Haga Basin and rock outcroppings. They're both here. Yeah, we'll bid. We'll bid. I want a projectile weapon. Wonderful. Alright, let's go. Emperor won something. I don't know what it is. The guild does not have any treachery cards. Surprising. What happened to their poison weapon? Oh, because I technically won the battle. In 2x Siege they lost the poison weapon. That's fine with me. Yeah, this is not good with Harkonnen winning so many cards. Can't revive this much. Revive as much as possible. What is our strategy now? I don't know.
Has arrived.
I do not know. Harkonnen ship to Habiana Sietch. Okay. What will the Emperor do?
Frigate has arrived.
2x Sietch. Good. Good, good. Atreides.
Frigate has arrived.
Sietch Tower. Expected. I think we will be moving into Sietch Tower as well. And we could even try to attack Arrakeen. I say let's do it. Mutually assured destruction has worked so far.
Frigate has arrived.
Yeah, that's not gonna work out well for us though. 4 Bene Gesserit. Oh, they move out. Okay. Sietch Tower. How many forces do you think we should move in here? Quite a few, I think. Let's do 1 and 3. Should I save some units? Or should I do all of them. I might as well. No, I will only ship a total of 5 strength. Total of 5 strength. No. All in. And can we move into Arakeen? Let's do it.
Frigate
Let's
has
do
arrived.
it. Guild ships into Carthage. Are they going to move out? Yes. They do move out into Haga Basin. So we will have one battle in Sietch Tabor, one battle in Arakeen. If, and only if, I manage to win both of those battles, do I win the game. Along with the Emperor. And Atreides will be the aggressor, I believe, this turn. Arakeen first. I would have chosen the same because I have to use Stilgar. Will I use poison defense as a defense? No. I will not. My only hope here is that he uses Lady Jessica. That is my only hope. Otherwise, I lose everything. What I could do as well... Let's think about this for a moment. This will be fairly easy to win because we have a total of 7 versus his maximum total of 1 plus 5 plus 2 though with the Kwisatz Haderach. So that'd be 7 as well. I think we're going to save the projectile weapon to hopefully try to guarantee victory in Sietch Tabor. Here we have lost, but it will only be a complete loss if the Atreides do not commit their one force to battle. I hope that they commit their force to battle. If they commit their force to battle, it is a wash and the Bene Gesserit take control. Yes. It is a total loss in Arakeen. And Stilgar is dead. Atreides used prescience to view my enemy leader. Lady Jessica is mine. So let's think. He can't use Thufir Hauhat. He could use Lady Jessica, in which case I would win. Gurney Halleck would be his next highest leader. That would give him a strength of 4 plus 1. Is 5. They are the aggressors, so I have to use 6. I should win this battle and have 1 unit remain. Or more if they use Lady Jessica. They do use Lady Jessica, and I will call Treachery because that saves my units from dying. And those units will be very, very important in the next couple turns.
Located.
The worms have just killed some guild forces in Haga Basin. Okay, so we can make or break alliances at this point. I think it would be best if we kept our alliance now.
Spice Bloom located.
Cielago South. 12 spice in Cielago South. This is a very complex game in the sense that there is no feasible way in which you can accomplish or even strive towards all of your goals at the same time. You have to constantly be reevaluating your decisions and how these decisions would benefit you and which combination would lead to a game optimal progression of events. Our alliance is in control of 3 of the 5 strongholds. The Atreides Harkonnen alliance are in control of the other 2. Carthage is going to be difficult to defend this turn if we try to invade Arakeen or Habiana Sietch. I think Arakeen would be an easier target. I think we will try to invade Arakeen because not only do we have a chance of gaining control of that territory, we would then possibly be able to also use those same forces to defend or attack Carthage in subsequent turns if needed. Alright, revival. I have to make sure to click it this time. Scrolling seems to have broke. The scrolling has broken. Scrolling has been broken. Nevertheless, we will continue. Shipping in battle. Will the game be won in turn 5?
Frigate has arrived.
Emperor ship 4 forces to Carthage. We are still in an alliance. Emperor, what? You're going for the
Frigate
spice.
has arrived.
Fair enough. Atreides in Carthage.
Frigate has arrived.
This is interesting. I thought they would be doing something else. Bene Gesserit actually deploy in Cielago South instead of any of the strongholds. I will be deploying to Simple. And now here's the question. I cannot win Carthage because I do not have any leaders available. Should I then move into Arakin or reinforce Carthage? No one will be able to move into Arakin next turn because it will be in the storm. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to move into Arakin. with all of my forces, because he still has Thufir Hawat. Hopefully I will be able to kill him. No, I can't kill him because I don't have any traders available. Whatever happened to Othane? I mean, he's not in the tanks. Where is my 5th leader? What? Did I not have
Frigate
Arakeen
has
selected?
arrived.
I swear that I had Arakeen selected. Why did my forces move into Carthage? I don't know. But the show must go on. Harkonnen is in Siege Tabor. This is a mess. This is an absolute mess. Atreides are aggressors. If they use Thufir Hawat and the Kwisatz Haderach plus 2, that would be a total of 9. I cannot beat that. We'll go for 7. They use a total of 8. A complete zero-sum battle. No, they actually had 2 in Carthage. They win that. Atreides win Carthage. They control both of the great cities now. And Harkonnen is fighting in Siege Tabor. No chance of winning this one, not without leaders. We lose Siege Tabor as well. And with that, the game. The Atreides Harkonnen alliance now controls 4 of the 5 strongholds, and my ally the Emperor controls Tuek Siege. Everyone collects their spice, and the game is won. Well played.
He who controls the spice controls the universe.
Very well played. There are some lessons to be learned for sure with how this game turned out. I'm not quite sure how they would connect, but I think the key takeaway here, the key takeaway is that you yourself cannot completely assure destruction of everyone else. It has to be an organized measure, if not with at least another player. It must be done at least with your ally. You must have clear communication on what your strategy is, because if you're in an alliance with another faction and you are playing different strategies, it is not going to work. What happened here during turn 5 is that the Atreides and the Harkonnen were able to successfully ship forces onto the planet with their spice reserves, as well as move them into the appropriate territories that are required for victory, and they were able to defend and attack successfully every time. There was a bit of luck involved, but there was much more skill. My biggest mistake in this game was to allow all of my leaders to die. And this is something that I will have to be careful about in future games. I'm still unsure what happened to Othein. I don't know if I ever used him this game. It's a possibility that the Harkonnen captured Othein during turn 1 in the battle for Sietch Tabr that I lost, and therefore Harkonnen was able to capture one of my leaders. That could have been what happened to him. Regardless, I was shooting from the hip most of the time, especially during turns 4 and 5. I made a play for the win during turn 3, mostly for the entertainment value, but because I thought I had a decent chance of winning during turn 3 as well. Not guaranteed by any means, but the opportunity was there. It did not pan out in my favor, however. And the Atreides Harkonnen, in the end, were able to win the game. That is all for today. And thank you for being here.